So in the end, it was a case of pickaxe handles. Not very nice.
Well, good choice.
That's the police for you.
If only, if only. Yeah.
So, Mr. Biden, he pulled out by his own free will. His his campaign to become president for the next administration in the
Yeah.
US.
Yeah.
And as we're in Olympic season, he passed the torch to his vice president, his actual vice president, Kamala
Mm.
Harris.
Yes.
You notice I said Kamala and I didn't say Kamala.
Yes. You did correctly. Good boy.
There you go.
Yes.
And the Democrat Party seems to agree,
Mm.
uh, it should be like that. But not everybody is happy. Who's not happy? The people are not happy.
Mm.
You see, you can't just promote a person in your place if they didn't even stand in the primaries,
Mm.
which she didn't. Uh, Everybody who voted for Biden expected Biden to be the nominee
Mm.
and not Harris. It just isn't what they voted for, you know. Even the organization Black Lives Matter, honest people,
Oh.
they're up in arms about it, if you pardon
Mm.
the expression.
Yeah.
Right? Um, it just isn't democratic, which is a bit fresh because it's a Democrat Party, you know.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, you're not going to the history of that, but yes. Yeah.
That's who we're on about.
Yeah.
And it's not even as if Harris is liked by that many people, especially black people who she kept in prison for longer than their sentences so they could work on the farms for cents on the dollar. You talk about slave labor
Yeah.
being abolished in the US.
Mm.
Incidentally, Kamala Harris's family uh, used to be slave owners, but going back, I think it's four generations
Yeah.
in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Jamaican,
They,
yeah, the Jamaican father. Yeah. Yes.
they were slave owners. So when it comes to
Mm.
reparations, Kamala, uh,
Kamala. Yeah.
be careful what you wish for.
Yes. Okay.
Now, the Democrat Party can't
Mm.
change now because if they did, that would make them have a third candidate in as many weeks.
Mm.
So they can't say we can't have Kamala, we have to have this vote and have it. If they swap around again, it's going to look
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
A little bit like the Conservative Party in the UK. You know,
Yeah.
and we
Stop
all saw
watching it.
what happened there.
Mm. Yeah. Yes.
But
Okay.
Kamala Harris, I'm imagining her being on the world stage, um, wanting to explain to people like in NATO or the
Mm.
United Nations, and she's going to come out with gems like this, and I quote: Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically, that's wrong.
Mm.
So that's close quotes, you know. So that
Well,
sort of intellectual prowess that she seems to have, not, you know,
hang on.
if if you think that the US is being laughed at now because of because of Joe Biden's last loss of memory and stalling in mid thought,
Yeah.
when she,
Well,
when she comes on the telly, it's going to look like somebody reading out of a Teletubbies book.
no, the Teletubbies are more intellectual. Sorry. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they are. Over to you, Philip.
All right. Okay. Well. At least she shows she's got a grasp that Ukraine is in Europe and where it is next to Russia. Yeah, she showed she's got a basic grasp of geography, which isn't bad going.
I think she had to study for that bit.
Yeah, yeah. I know somebody got the crowns out and explained it to her.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you raised her ancestry. Um, Again, that doesn't responsible for whom our ancestors are. We have to be careful what we say without knowing who our ancestors were, or maybe looking into the past to actually create okay active policy or what we say about it. It's not even policy. Let's be honest. These people are full of to speak. I
Yes, but in Kamala's case, she can't really promote reparations because she'll
no.
be shooting herself in the foot.
Well, this is it. Okay,
And
we all know look, reparations is something people call. Well, we all know it will never. Well, hopefully, never happen. I mean, I have checked in my family ancestry. I have not had slave owners in my ancestry. Not imagine if it would, but I've managed to go back far enough to realise that I came from I came from farm workers, basically, both here and in Ireland. So both in the UK and or England and in Ireland. So I know where my ancestry comes from. Actually, at that
my,
time, yeah,
in my case, apparently we were all slaves, slaves to the cause,
yeah.
whatever the cause was.
All right, yeah. Well, actually, I mean, yeah, that was always the thing about the UK. They didn't have to import any slavery because they had already had a population that was slaves. Not decrying anything else. Before anyone gets on my case, yes, I do understand enough to know it's a lot different from being on a ship and sent across to an ocean to somewhere else. But yeah, um, it's yeah. When you look at it, I mean, yeah, I mean, Kamala Harris has actually benefited from a guy actually pulling out or something. So yeah, it must be the first time ever. Um, but yeah, I'm not going to look. I'm not going to cry her for a past. I don't care she's what her ethnicity is, her gender. If she was actually any good, I'd be the first to holding my fist up in there going, yay, go girl. Um, from what I've seen, she can read from a teleprompter. Um, but from what I've seen, she
But
can't do things. Yeah.
not without dribbling.
Well, um, she has a few mannerisms that irritate me somewhat. You know, Trump has a few that irritate me. So what? You know, um, yeah, it's. And when we talk about democracy, I honestly believe that democracy is dying, if not already dead. We don't belong in that sector up there. Um, she is okay. Trump is a creation of the system that was around at the time. She's another creation of it. Most extreme creations of where we've got to globally in the Western world. Trump is probably still his own person. I have no idea who Miss Harris is. Honestly, I can watch it on telly. I don't know who she is. Again, it's got to this again. I really don't know who she is. I see it talk.
I'm a chameleon.
Yeah, well, I'm not. As I said, I actually posted something or said something on a post the other day, and somebody said, "Yeah, she's probably the girl you want to invite to your parties because she'd be entertaining." Leading a country might be another question. I'm not quite sure what entertaining means, but yeah, what I meant, I didn't bother to chase that down. But um, I'm not I'm trying very hard to find something positive about her. Struggling. I would like to. I would like to think she is. Yeah.
I'm positive she's adult.
Okay. Well, yes. Okay.
It's possible.
Yeah. I. I mean, maybe she does speak for some people in the US. Maybe they can relate to her. Maybe she is for the common people, as it were. The people. She's a people's person. Um, um, I mean, we have to think, who did she lock up? She locked up people that were menaces to society, possibly dealers, people doing drugs. Yeah. Maybe we've misrepresented her. And I'm playing devil's advocate here. Maybe misrepresenting them, having them doing an honest day's work on farming, would teach them values. Maybe that I've been trying to be positive here, man. You know, maybe the reasons why she did what she did. I'd like her to be able to explain it. And when she was challenged by Tulsi Gabbard, Tulsi Gabbard, okay, pronounce the nose right, she couldn't explain it, or she didn't want to, or she didn't see it as relevant. I really don't know. So, I mean, I haven't ruled her out being the next president of the United States of America. Why has she been backed by whom she's been backed by? What is going on?
Well, you know, they said that she managed to get something like $100 million.
Well,
But
that's
the thing,
who from? Yeah,
the majority of that money was from donors who pledged the money to the Democrats,
hmm.
but then suspended it because they wanted somebody else in the place of Biden.
Yeah.
And when Biden he renounced his run for the presidency, then they let it go, and that you know,
Yeah.
and that's she didn't actually have to go out and make phone
No,
calls. It was
no.
money that was locked in the system. When
Yeah.
Biden had renounced his, then the money came through, and
Yeah.
I just don't know if the people, once they let their money go, to be credited to the Democrat Party, if they realise that Kamala would be the the nominee.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, they've done a switch on it all.
and
Again, I
not
mean,
and not very democratically. Just to
well,
add
yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, with the Democrat were linked with slavery. I mean, they were the party of slavery. They were
Oh,
anti. Yeah, but again, we can't go on history. We learn from history, but we can't. I'm not going to hold anyone or anything in their past because of what the values were in past
well, I mean,
times.
with her family history and the fact that she kept these prisoners working away 4 cents on the dollar, you know, she's in there. And when you talk about, they must make her an honorary Democrat in that case. Talk
Well,
about
yeah, yeah. But she's a character. We're all talking about her. I mean, you've got to say that at least. Everyone's talking about it. It's not as though she's anonymous. Um, are there going to be a debate? I'm waiting for the first. Look, I don't often think debates tell us anything. I think this will be the most amusing debate I think we've ever seen in the US ever, if there is a debate. I think it will be. I'm not. I'm not quite sure. I mean, if I was confronting her, talking to her, I mean, sure, she'd be the sort of person. I'll be quite honest. In life, in a social situation, I said to go to the parties, I would probably stop talking to her after about 2 minutes, thinking it wasn't really worth the effort. I probably think that about a lot of people, to be quite honest. But yeah, you'd sort of be talking to them, thinking, yeah, I just can't really be bothered to even try and work out what you're saying. Maybe that's the whole ploy. Give a word salad now, then prove your superpowers when it actually matters. Yeah.
that's some kryptonite she's hiding.
I really don't know. I mean, what do people who are going on telly say? She's got talent, she's skilled, she's a skilled. What have they seen I haven't? I mean, I really don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Will the real will Kamala please stand up? Or maybe if she has, oh dear, we have a problem, guys. We have a problem.
Houston.